And what a story it is. The story of Rome, the eternal city, a place where every stone whispers secrets from 3,000 years ago, and every corner feels alive with the pulse of history. Picture this. You're standing in the heart of it all, the sun warming the ancient ruins, the scent of espresso and fresh basil in the air, and suddenly, you get it. Rome didn't just happen. It was forged in legend, built by ambition, tested by fire, and reborn again and again. Let me take you through it, step by step, like we're wandering those cobblestone streets together, gelato in hand. It all kicks off with that iconic myth, the one every school kid knows, but feels even more magical when you're there. Romulus and Remus, twin brothers abandoned as babies, suckled by a she-wolf on the banks of the Tiber River. Raised by a shepherd, they grow up fierce and quarrelsome. Romulus kills Remus in a dispute over where to build their city, right on the Palatine Hill, overlooking the 7 hills that would become Rome. April 21st, 753 BC. That's the legendary founding date. Historians debate it, sure, but who cares? It's the spirit that sticks. Rome born from survival, brotherhood turned rivalry, and sheer grit. Fast forward 700 years, and those humble huts on the Palatine have evolved into the Republic, a groundbreaking experiment in governance. The Roman Republic, from about 509 BC to 27 BC, was no monarchy. It was the people, or at least the elite among them, calling the shots. 2 consuls elected yearly, a senate of wise old patricians, and assemblies for the plebeians. Think of it as ancient democracy's rough draft. They conquered Italy, then Carthage in the Punic Wars. Hannibal crossing the Alps with elephants? Epic stuff. By the 2nd century BC, Rome's legions are marching across the Mediterranean, from Spain to Greece, Egypt to Gaul. But power corrupts, right? Enter the Gracchi brothers, trying to reform land for the poor. They're assassinated. Then Sulla, Marius, the whole bloody civil war mess. Julius Caesar strides in, crosses the Rubicon in 49 BC with Alea iacta est, the die is cast, and becomes dictator for life, stabbed on the Ides of March, 44 BC, by Brutus and the boys yelling, Sic semper tyrannis, or something like that. But Caesar's heir, Octavian, later Augustus, seals the deal. In 27 BC, the Republic morphs into the Empire. Augustus, the first emperor, boasts on his tombstone, I found Rome a city of bricks and left it a city of marble. Under him and the Julio-Claudians, Rome hits its stride. Trajan expands to the Persian Gulf. Hadrian builds that wall in Britain. The Pax Romana brings 2 centuries of relative peace, trade booming via roads that still crisscross Europe. Aqueducts carry water from mountains 100 miles away, feeding public baths where senators and slaves mingled under steamy domes. Gladiators thrill 80,000 in the Colosseum. We'll get there. Christianity spreads from a carpenter's son in Judea, becoming the state religion under Constantine in 313 AD with the Edict of Milan. Then comes the fall, slow and dramatic. Barbarian invasions, economic woes, overextended borders. The Western Empire crumbles in 476 AD when Odoacer deposes the boy emperor Romulus Augustulus, echoing the founder poetically. But Rome doesn't die. It endures. The Eastern Empire, Byzantium, hangs on for another 1,000 years. Medieval times see popes wielding more power than kings, crowning Charlemagne Holy Roman Emperor in 800 AD, right in St. Peter's. The city becomes a patchwork of feudal lords and pilgrims, sacked by Normans in 1084, but the Vatican rises as a powerhouse. Renaissance. Oh man, this is my favorite pivot. 15th century, humanists like Petrarch rediscover classical texts buried in monastic libraries. Popes like Julius II and Leo X turn Rome into an art explosion. Michelangelo paints the Sistine Chapel ceiling from 1508 to 1512, lying on his back in agony, capturing God's finger touching Adam's. Raphael frescoes the Vatican stanze. Bramante designs St. Peter's Basilica. It's like Rome shaking off a 1,000-year hangover, reclaiming its glory. Then Napoleon invades in 1798, but Italy unifies in 1870, making Rome the capital. Mussolini struts in the 1920s, draining swamps for the Ural district, but World War II bombs scar the city, though he spared the ancient core, oddly. Modern Rome? It's a vibrant mashup. Post-war boom, the economic miracle of the 50s and 60s. Today, it's 3 million souls, juggling traffic-choked scooters, EU bureaucracy, and tourists, over 10 million a year. But the legacy? Roads, law, language, Latin roots our Western world. Arches, domes, concrete, they invented it all. Christianity's epicenter. Rome's not just history, it's the blueprint for civilization.